Hey, Pikmin! It's me, Cthulhuigi. Let me get my controller connected. Let me remember which one the A button is. Welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin². Today we'll be most likely wrapping up, not called... Is it called Forest to Hope? Oh my god, Pikmin 2 has really fried my brain. It is Forest to Hope in this, yeah, Awakening Woods is what I was... finishing Forest Hope and Impact Site, and probably... Actually, let's get started with the Distant Spring. Let's make a dent in that, and then next part can be cleaning that up and doing Final Trial. And then after that, we'll move on to the new Pikmin² stuff. Let's see. This is actually just a week since I recorded the last session. Hopefully it'll be going up a week after as well. There was another Nintendo Direct I could talk about, but first, I'm going to... I guess I'm going to clear out the regular stuff around here with reds first, and then I do want to take on the Smoky Prog, because, like, we're not doing this run without massive Pikmin casualties either way, so might as well show that off. It'll be my first time fighting the Smoky Prog since Pikmin 4. It'll be interesting to compare. I think the one in Pikmin 4 is significantly easier. I don't really need those. Okay, does this work? Without the spicy spray, I'm really like... all of my... Okay, that does work. I cannot remember for sure. Do they regenerate in this, or is that just Pikmin 2? Looks like it's just Pikmin 2. Does the... I think that actually is working. Okay. It's a little awkward to do on this control. I mean, I guess it's awkward to do on original hardware too, but yeah, if you get the Pikmin bunched up around you, you can throw them a little bit faster, although it's not always easy to mash faster whilst using the C-stick. Yeah, let's get the Pro... I'm pretty sure you don't need a Pikmin for this. I think you can just give it a good ol' whack. Well, learn something new every day. See, I definitely want it... I think, like, I'm gonna leave 30 flower reds out for the prog, and I have no machinations of having a deathless prog fight. I don't think I've ever accomplished that. How much? Who needs it the most? Okay, I'm gonna give those corpses to the yellows. And I can actually start on the bomb rocks too. But yeah, I think about 30 red Pikmin is the safest way to take out the prog. I've never done a deathless prog, and I highly doubt that this is going to be the first time I do, but I think the theory is you want a small enough squad that you can actually call it back without it getting caught in the goop. And obviously having large amounts anywhere is dangerous. I will not have any seedlings. Actually, I guess I... Oh! It did work! It did work! Okay, interesting. Well... I mean, if that's the worst of it, then... Or did it already get... No, I put all the reds away. Well, that's annoying. I don't want to use the bombs on it. What a funny thing to have happened to me in this video game. I could have sworn the egg, like, rumbles a little when it's getting ready to hatch. I guess that's a hard argument to make when I did correctly remember it. What happens if it kills the bomb rock ones. Does it even aggro them? I'm not really sure what. So how are you supposed to... Do you just call them off before it gets... shaky? I don't think I even realized it did the roar in this one. It's definitely more intimidating when it makes Gloom from Zelda's. Okay, so... yeah, I mean, much like... poor guy. Much like everything in this game, if you're actually careful, it's not that hard. You have to be... or patient is probably more of the word than careful. Oh my god. And you also can't just ignore them once they're on there. Oops. Can I recollect you without... okay, good. You know, I'm just gonna use those bomb rocks now so I don't have to keep worrying about that, because that's kind of a jaunt to say that's distracting me, but it ain't helping. Thankfully I have... I mean, there's really no risk of anybody who knows anything about the game, and also marginally competent people who don't know anything about the game running out of time, but yes, day 7, I could spend this day farming up my Pikmin type and getting flowers. Oh no. I have to imagine this actually is made somewhat easier by the changes in Pikmin², because the Pikmin are more responsive. Yellows are almost certainly the hardest ones to be doing this with because of their longer throw times. I'm trying to remember, the core gives like 80 or 120 Pikmin? I mean, I know it's gonna bring me up to 100, even if I keep playing this well. Oh, come on! Yeah, it's interesting, it really doesn't seem to care to shake them off very often, but yeah, if they're too far back, they just immediately get thrown into the goop, so... okay, that was more casualties, but arguably the most justified ones. I guess you could argue I could just have not fought it, but it's not much of a Pikmin 1 playthrough if you don't fight the Smoky Prog, I think. Oh, that was a net increase in yellow Pikmin. So I'm gonna get those guys the, do not take that, you don't need it. I'm gonna give the ball bears to the blues. Because honestly, having a full squad of flowered blues is probably a little more useful at this point than flowered yellows. I think the only... well, actually... I can't remember if flowers do more damage. I mean, being faster is still definitely useful for beady long legs, and I was gonna say, like, now beady long legs is dealt with, the need for a fighting force of yellows is diminished. Alright, well I guess while I'm doing just like bookkeeping and maybe getting a couple easy treasures, I'll start talking about the Direct. So the Direct in question was the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I'm glad that they're making a Switch 2. A lot of people thought it wasn't gonna happen, and they were wrong. Mario Kart World, I'm like genuinely surprised they got me excited about a new Mario. I mean, I would have been excited if it was a normal Mario Kart to some extent, but like mixing in the open world 3D elements is very cool, and personally I really love having all the random enemies as playable racers. Looking forward to playing as Bitty Bug and Cow from Cow Meadows. I don't think I have anything particularly insightful to say about that. I guess I really like how the retro tracks are incorporated into the world. I think that's a very cool way to breathe new life into them. And I already really liked what they were doing in Mario Kart 8. The wall riding looks more fun than anti-grav by a pretty significant amount. Really interested to see what like high-level play looks like. Aww. Does that maneuver work in Pikmin 1 not squared? Where you whistle them in midair? Well, yeah, I guess if you don't panic and don't move them around, like when they're surrounding it, they won't be in it. That might be different for the white and yellow Wally hops. I was trying to think of their new name, and then I kept wanting to say Walpole. I'm actually not really sure how much. I mean, I think things do stay dead if you stay in the level, so maybe I should just go for a full clear here now that I've spent a lot of time. So is that consistent that you can just crowd them and... That's quite interesting. Could I have been doing that? I'm still curious if this is 100% safe. It doesn't seem like it should be, but I guess... I mean, that was a lot of attempts it got. Okay, I don't really need more blue Pikmin, but... Actually, no, I do have something better to do with them. I'm gonna at least get this unfurled and get the rest of the bomb rocks back here. Well, I mean, it's probably too late in the day for bomb rocks, but having them immediately accessible tomorrow is still something. Well, not win any records, but I would say I'm not entirely embarrassed by that gameplay. It could have gone better. I think if I ever was gonna try to do a deathless run of Pikmin 1, I would do it on this, which probably reduces the bragging rights because the Pikmin aren't trying to get themselves killed as much, but... No, I forget, is there a treasure out here? Yeah, there's one in the Blowhog, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is the part in the perplexing pool with like the submerged castle, right? I never really remember how this part in particular matches up with the Pikmin 2 version. I would like it so I don't have to... Well, I mean, I'm gonna use blues anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I have blues out or not. I'm like scared to somehow... Oh, perfect. Okay. I don't think I have any desire to... I'm like paranoid that there's a blue trapped under there and it's going to go idle if I walk too far away, which, if that even would have been possible in Pikmin 1, it probably wouldn't happen with the AI for this, but we'll see. I'm actually not sure if this is like... Oh, I just realized I have not been in full screen mode. Trying to decide if I want to fix that or just... My real problem is I do not remember the shortcut for full screen mode in Dolphin, but thankfully I have a web browser on my other monitor. There we go, Alt-Enter. Alright, well, hopefully that wasn't too distracting. Thankfully there wasn't anything important happening on that day. I'm not going to fix that in post. Yeah, I'd say 42 Pikmin lost against that. I'm making excuses for myself. But we have all the Pikmin at the numbers we need them at for, well above the numbers we actually need them at. Oh, I do need to check out the creature notes. I might just wait till I've done everything to do that. Although I will have to make 2 visits to Impact Site to get Gulix and Mamuda, I guess. Oh hey, free yellows. I do like that mechanic in Pikmin 1. I guess it's like a 10% rate-ish? Oh wow, that's a big radius. Alright, I'm gonna get some... Actually, since the bridge is complete, I'm gonna get reds to take out the ball bear. I think 50 should be more than enough. I was putting those yellows away to make them flowers. I think 10 is more bomb rocks than you get from any one location in this level, if I'm remembering correctly. Alright, yellows, you don't need to be in the line of danger. Reds, you don't need to walk into the water. And let's get my awkward controller configuration for fast throws that I'm still not entirely sure is doing anything. Ah! Woo! No fatalities. Let's see. How much does the massage machine need? I wish I had a massage machine that was that much larger than me. Off by 1? No, perfect. Okay, exactly 10. Trying to think where all there are bomb rock gates in this. There's obviously the 2 right by the base. Don't really need more reds at this point, and I don't really need to spend the time talking. I think that might have been a 6er. Too late. What happens if I do this? It fights with it. Well, it still reduced the number I have to pluck. And I think I do want a big squad of reds to clear out the rest of the level, most likely. I don't think you need blues to get to most of the parts back there, and I definitely want reds for the cannon beetle. I was about to say, where's my other Pikmin? forget. Do you need yellows? I think you need yellows for that. I don't like doing... It's actually probably a lot easier in this than in the original. Okay, so that... I don't even remember how many bombs have gone to that. I guess I'm gonna do it one at a time to be safe. Halfway done for real! That was not where I wanted to press A. I'm glad I did those one at a time. Actually, yeah, get the grass so I can just flower these guys. Greedy. I guess I could theoretically throw out all my non-flowers, but I wonder... Yeah, I don't... Did I finish the thought that I'm not entirely sure if this is a ROM hack of Pikmin 1 or, like, Pikmin 2? I'm not sure if it would be easier to implement the Pikmin 2 AI into Pikmin 1 or implement the Pikmin 1 assets into Pikmin 2. I am not very well versed on the details of GameCube modding. Okay, that's absolutely at least 5 more. Or, I don't know. Yeah, it's like still more than halfway up when it's on us third. I don't know what I want from it. I guess it's to make it obvious you're not supposed to throw Pikmin over it. Is that guy gonna aggro? I know the answer is yes. Oh, also you need blues for that anyway. I kind of forgot about that. Well, I guess it's not gonna aggro if it only goes that far. I don't think you actually need those sticks for anything. I think it's just the easier way to get Pikmin up there than throwing them. Alright, I don't want a bomb rock accident. I can deal with casualties of badly dealt with Wollywogs, but... Does this work for all Pikmin types? Yep, okay. So it's literally just don't direct them under... Oh! Forgot about that guy. I guess I didn't get any. Hey! I need to requisition the reds for this. There we go. Let's take this one out too before it gets too annoying. Ah! Okay, good. I'm glad the water wasn't closer than that. Get down from there. Let's see. Price point. I don't like that video games is getting more expensive, but it's hard for me to get worked up about that when I've been mad about the evil president doing trade wars with the entire world for no reason already. I don't think I have any insightful commentary on that. I guess theoretically you're supposed to use those sticks to get the red Pikmin up here, but you can just do this, right? What else did they show? Oh, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks freaking amazing. There had been rumors, or at least speculation, about a new 3D Donkey Kong, and I mean, after they showed the new design for the Mario Kart World initial peak, that seemed like there would probably be a game to justify that. But that was better than I could have hoped for. I'm like super excited for that. I already just really like the concept. I was always a bigger fan of Donkey Kong 64 than the 2D platformers, which is probably one of my worst opinions, like objectively speaking, but it's true. And I really like that the banana is back. I like the new art style. I'm hopeful that the Kringlings will show up as maybe a secret final antagonist, but I mean, I'm just happy to get something new. And it also looks like it's a spiritual successor to Odyssey, which is very exciting. Like, I was hoping for Odyssey 2, but actually that's like just as good, if not better, because that really seems like a more unique thing. Okay, there's the missing red. Let's get the... No! Let's get the Ball Bear gang out. I wonder if that works in the original. I remember them being deadlier than that. Maybe they were more deadly in Pikmin 2, actually. Like, I didn't think you could stagger them that easily. I guess there must be some RNG call, or maybe I'm getting... Does hitting on the ice stalks stun them in this? Okay, I'd rather take this out first if I can do it without waking up the other ball bear. Perfect. I forgot there were so many blowhogs on this level. I knew there were 2, but... Oh my god! I don't know what the bigger threat is. Oh jeez. Okay, well... If that's the worst that happens from... Okay, ball bear... Oh... Ball bear, got half as many casualties as Epic Pellet Death. What else do they show? I kind of feel bad for Star Fox fans. It seems like maybe Star Fox is just over. I feel like F-Zero has pretty clearly overtaken it, with like GX getting special mention and like neither Adventures nor Assault even being shown. Did I really get everything I needed with the stone walls? I guess the rest are meant for enemies. I think I want to actually switch over to blues now. I think I have enough time to do a little bit of blue stuff before end of the day. Very surprising to see Pokemon Colosseum and XD on the list of Nintendo classics on the GameCube reveal. I'm glad that they released another official GameCube controller. I feel like it had almost been a couple years since we last got one. Can't have the melee heads. Well, actually, melee heads like suffered some big losses. Oh, Kirby Air Ride was very, very exciting. I can't wait to see more about that, but I'm glad Sakurai gets to take a break from Smash. I think we knew he was most likely taking a break from Smash, but I'd seen a lot more people speculating it was going to be like Kid Icarus or something new. I hope we see post-Sakurai Kirby stuff in it. I feel like at the very least, like, Waddle Dee and Magolor would be good alternate riders, but they really did not show anything. Like, I was left kind of wondering if it was going to be a remake with just a different name from what they were showing. I don't think that would have made sense, but they definitely didn't show anything. It was like, oh, this truly is the next step. Very cool to presumably be getting 2 open world racing games as early titles in the library. No! The Duskbloods looks cool. I never actually got to play. I mean, I played a little bit of Bloodborne, but I never had a PS4. That was PS4, right? So I didn't fully experience that, but it is definitely like the Souls-like that has the aesthetic that meshes the most with my preferences, and obviously it is generally a fan favorite. A little concerned about the PvPvE thing, but I'm willing to wait until we see more, because, like, I think you could make an argument that just the community mechanic in regular Dark Souls is PvPvE to some extent. I trust them to make good games generally. I'm still pretty excited about Night Rain. I think there's obviously an element of cashing in on Elden Ring's massive success, but nothing I've seen looks bad, and the people I know who've played it have said it's pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to that releasing soon. I think those are all the big reveals. I mean, the Switch 2 editions of stuff looks cool. I was kind of surprised Pokemon was actually going to have acceptable performance after the last few games. That was something I thought would make sense, but wasn't really expecting from them, so it was nice to see. I watched a bit of the Treehouse. The gameplay for Mario Kart World and Bonanza looked really fun. I saw on the Mario Kart Reddit they were like convincing themselves that all the new characters weren't playable because they weren't in the press demo, which is a very Reddit idea. I think that's it on that direct, though. I mean, I got my name in the lottery. Saw the previously mentioned trade war with the entire world is screwing up the pre-orders, but so far, not the release date, and that's the important thing. I mean, I hope it does enrage gamers into being politically active and literate, but have to keep my dreams realistic to some extent. I know there's crazy glitches you can do with these dump holes. Like displacement for low Pikmin challenges. I think there are a few different channels. Press A is the name of the one I remember the name of off the top of my head, doing like a lot of Pikmin 1 challenges. I highly recommend those, although I have a feeling a lot of people watching this probably already are getting served that because they're doing something right with the algorithm and showing up in my recommendations all the time. Interstellar Radio. I think, is that another optional one? Is just everything over here optional? By everything over here, I mean that and the massage machine. I guess radios are important for Spaceship. I never remember what the optional ones are because, like, not getting everything is a really weird way to play. Where should I go to next? I should unfurl that gate. I think there's a couple that need both blues and yellows, or at least are easier to get with both blues and yellows. How many total are there actually? There's the one that's on its way, there's the one over there. Those are the two I'm saying. Sort of require yellows. That one needs blues. That one, oh, that one's the one you have to actually change blues into yellows for. I think that's what the Dumple skip is used for. They like try to go back to their home, but just keep that vector, and you get them all the way over there to bounce off of. Yeah, I guess this is the level where you use blues. It makes sense that there's so many that are just there behind a wall that you need water flavor Pikmin to get. There's probably some way to optimize this so you lose less petals by calling them back between hops, but considering I haven't lost any Pikmin to those after how horribly the white ones decimated my troops. Okay, I guess that was an optional one if it gives the message about not all parts are necessary, or it just says that after a certain number of parts, regardless. Alright, let's get these started, and then I'll... Is it the bowsprit? Gluon Drive. Someday I'll learn the names of all of those. It'll be very important for Pikmin trivia. I'm so missing the ability to use gyro controls to nudge my whistle further. I guess that's not really something you can reasonably do on a GameCube emulator, but... Perfect. Okay. In other news, I have been playing more Xenoblade Cross. Novelty hasn't worn out. I'm distinctly further than I ever got on the Wii U version now, including getting the skulls. I don't know what exactly I was expecting. I think I was not prioritizing main story missions, so I was like a little over-leveled. As in, like, I think the skulls you get are like level 20-ish, and I was level 30. So, like, they weren't very impressive combat-wise, but it is fun to just have, like, huge jumps to explore new parts of the map, and a lot of the times it feels kind of like you're getting into areas in an unintended way, which is always fun. I don't think it's in danger of dethroning Xenoblade 1 as my favorite in the series, but I think it has already overtaken Xenoblade 2. I think Xenoblade 2 does probably have better combat, but the quick arts make the combat at least not actively annoying, which I think was all that I really needed for the really cool setting and better characters and stuff to outweigh Xenoblade 2 in my estimation. It is making me pretty interested to go back to 3 though, because I do remember 3 had like an even more improved version of 2's combat system I was having fun with. I just wasn't really in the mood for that kind of game when it came out, and hopefully by the time I'm done with Cross, I'll still be in the mood for that. Metaphor ReFantazio is another JRPG that yeah, no, that one's definitely a JRPG. Another JRPG is maybe not the right way to say it when Xenoblade is action, but That's another one that I had fun with at the start and then kind of just bounced off of because I wasn't in the mood for like a really dense thing, but maybe having a boring commute where I have like 45 minutes of time where I need to not be doom scrolling will be continually motivating for more stuff like that in my backlog. I don't normally do like quick gaming sessions for stuff that isn't like roguelike run based, and I mean honestly even with those I usually get into the gamer zone and do multiple runs back to back more than I do quick like errand runs, but the side quest structure in Xenoblade makes that work pretty well for shorter play sessions. And just being able to like save anywhere, which is a given these days, but is still a nice quality of life feature. Is there any more nectar sources for these slow guys? Yeah, I would say if I play my cards right, I should probably be able to clear up this so-called distant spring in one more game day, and that'll put me at another hour-long part, and then I should be able to clean up the rest of Forest of Hope and Landing Site, and do Final Trial in about the same length of time. I don't know if I'm gonna pour that back to back or just try to do that next week. But it should be coming up soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy the Pikmin journey rather than worrying about the Pikmin destination. Let me take a look at the map again, actually. I kind of wish you could do this while Pikmin were moving. I'm trying to remember what the deal with this part is. There aren't weight puzzles in this game that I can remember. I know that's the one where you turn them yellow. I know that's the one where you just have to get yellows up the weird platforming section, and I think this one is you just get yellows along that wall. And I could theoretically do the Cannon Beetle with this blue squad, but I think there was maybe one more wall I need blues to break down before I put them away, though. Oh yeah, and that obviously that whole blue turn yellow section. I'm just trying to think what I need to do for the rest of this map. Get back here. But I did decide I don't really need a full 100 flowered blues. I mean, they're gonna lose their flowers from Dumple fight. The horn honker, of course. Okay, this one is kind of a nothing puzzle, I guess. I mean, that's not really fair. It's more about activities that are not trivial being done with Dandori than super hard puzzle solving, especially in this one. I'm sorry for saying you were an easy puzzle, Ionium Jet 2. Is that Jet 2? I mean, I assume it must be. Yeah. Easy on the eyes. Love those horn honkers. Actually, if I was smart, I would be upgrading my Pikmin what don't have flowers. And by upgrading, I mean turning yellow. Turning Yellow has gotta be one of my top 10 favoriteest Pixar movie. Ah! Is that enough? Probably not. I remember having to do more than I want to with this. I think it's minimum 20, but I thought for a second like it was gonna show me the Pikmin drowning cutscene. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that's happened before. Excellent mileage that's easy on the family budget. Hey, it's so cruel that they don't even make that connected to land. Okay, 2 more. That's doable. If I really wanted to be a crazy time saver, I could just leave the yellows over here and come over and babysit them before end of day. I don't know if that actually... I mean, it does save me time. Maybe I'll try that. I don't normally do that kind of crazy crap. Why? Go, my scarab. I love Pikmin 1 pathing. Chronos reactor. It's really funny that you go from like these high-tech ship parts to just junk. Do I have space to even properly do this without the yellows re-aggroing? Stop! I think that was sufficient. So 40, okay, and the rest we're taking back another ship part. Do I actually have anything I can accomplish with this? I think I just have the platforming ones and the cannon needle. So I guess I'll double check I have all the gates and stuff in the middle. I'm pretty sure I do. And I think I killed everything that would roll them back up. Honestly, I probably could just knock out that beetle fight, but there's no way I'm doing all the platforming stuff. So if I'm gonna be in for one more day, I might as well make it count. It's just like Pikmin 4, no enemies on the map. That is one thing I don't love about Pikmin 4. I think enemies should come back eventually. It's not like you have any reason to revisit the maps. Oops. I don't know why I thought that was gonna be a epic animation cancel. Changes permutations in the space-time continuum into pure energy. Basically like our big rubber band. Alright. And now I'm going to do a mechanic that you may have thought I forgot about, but actually I just couldn't remember if it was in the game. I don't know why I forgot it was in the game, but I guess technically I could have actually just parked over there and done it the second I saw the animation for the part being retrieved, but the possibility that that would somehow go wrong, even though that's like totally impossible, was enough to deter me. Okay, so I think like 40 yellows. Are you kidding me? Well, that's why I don't end the day early. What a world. Why am I getting that message now? That happened already. Ugh. Well, it is what it is. Let's get this level cleared out. Forgot a whole third of the game's parts were in this level. I guess that makes sense considering there's a level with only 2 treasures in it and a level with only 1 treasure in it as 2 of the other 4. Yeah, you definitely don't want to take too many to these platforming sections because it just won't work, but I guess what you do with this one is you get it down with the yellows and then you have the blues take it because it's inevitably going to fall in the water. And that may or may not be true with the other one. Is there water over there, or am I thinking of something else? Hey! Not you. Wait, you don't even need yellows for that, do you? Because any Pikmin can... whatever. I don't know what I'm thinking. That was probably not enough. I guess well, no, you have to keep Olmar on the bridge, or otherwise you won't be able to get over to this section, but work that up as, I think it's the 2 other challenges with yellows in here that are kinda convoluted that just bled over into that one. If you have to throw Pikmin, it must be a yellow treasure. That's my Pikmin theory. Okay, what do you do with this one? Okay, I was thinking of that little pit there. And I was forgetting where this water thing is. They have so many, like, alternate ways to go to the Cannon Beetle arena that would never occur to me. Oh my god, why am I doing this? Great timing, guys. That wasn't distracting or anything. It's actually a repair robot. Oh, that really did mess me up a little. Hey! Okay, thankfully that's a pretty generous one. Okay, well, that was almost certainly wasting a day. Oh, don't worry, I Pikmin go in the hole. Rest of you just get in there. It's, enrichment. Alright, well I guess I'll end this part probably in less than shorter than an hour, because I'm not going to need anything, or need to use half of this day, and I do not need anything from this level, and there's not really any enemy corpses left to take if I did want something from this level. I kind of forgot how few pellet posies there are in this game. The pellets are a lot more just kind of there in the environment. I don't think I have any need for anything other than reds for the beetle. I remember the guide I used as a kid would give like suggestions on how many Pikmin to bring to fight certain enemies, and I think it said like 70 for ball bears. When really, like, I don't think it's ever, for almost every enemy, it's not really optimal to have more than 50 because, at least if you're going for minimal losses, there aren't very many where swarming them is completely free. And the time save would matter. Yeah, what is even the purpose of this? I guess it's just so other Pikmin colors can get in here, but like, why would you want other Pikmin colors? So if I'm remembering correctly, this is like kinda hard locked to only a certain amount of damage. Hey! Pikmin! Better AI than I remembered. I thought it kinda just stood still and let you... Yeah, I know it's possible to two-cycle it. Not exactly sure what strategy you use for that. It's just better throwing than I have. Okay, I guess you would do something like that twice. I seem to remember that being like at least a little like non-trivial for speedruns, but I don't want to be plucking Pikmin the rest of this day, and I have well over 100 of all colors. Feels bad to waste the boss corpses like that, but I'm not winning any Pikmin livelihood awards. Oh, I guess the reason you probably like they won't even attempt to take it out. Yeah, it's a little too big for that opening, probably. I just automatically break down all the walls without thinking about it. I guess that's actually, yeah, pretty good for Dandori if you're actually good at Pikmin 1, where you could, like, bring in the reds this way to fight it while your other squad is doing that. I don't know, I kinda like to at least have two captains to try to multitask. Alright, the dolphin's looking pretty close to complete. That's the bowsprit. I remembered a funny looking big part was the bowsprit. That just happens to describe a lot of the parts of the dolphin. Alright, well that sure was the distant spring. For the first time I don't feel like I need to be overly apologetic. I made mistakes, but I don't think anything was utter incompetence on my part. So hopefully that'll bode well for the randomizer and actual challenging parts of this game. Thanks for watching, everyone! Let's go to Sunset, check the treasure log, and call it a part. I accidentally said thanks for watching, everyone, a couple minutes early. Also, I didn't get it under an hour, oops. No real reason I was trying to do that, I just thought I would be better at estimating. Probably came down to not two-cycling the Armored Cannon Beetle. It's really funny that the scary enemies at this level are just the shearwigs? I forget which ones those are. Sheer fleas. That's a nice message. I don't know if I've gotten that one. Or, I mean, I really don't usually pay attention to the messages so much, but I think I usually don't do the levels out of order like this. So I guess that's like a day going as good as it could possibly go, but not being done. Cool beans. Alright, well, I hope you're looking forward to the next part. I sure am. And I'm very excited to see the new content added to Pikmin². Hey, thanks for watching.